Good evening, YTPC. Smoking Fred coming at you. Tonight I'm hanging out at North Suffolk Cigars in Suffolk, Virginia. Been working up here in this area and found this cigar lounge. They have a handful of pipes available inside, and it's fairly pipe friendly as long as you buy a little bit of stuff. So I was here the other day, and they have some pipes from a local pipe carver, Richard Mason, and I picked up a long apple from him, and I'll post a picture here. I don't have it with me at the moment to show off, but the light ain't the greatest either, but I'll put a picture in here. And had some 1792 flake in that a couple days ago. It's a great smoker, ebonite stem, and it's kind of a demi warden, but good pipe, and very reasonable prices for them. But today I'm hanging out here. I'm out on their patio area, and it's got a nice little spot out here. It's, I don't know, it was 80 today here, so, but I'm in the mood to try something a little different. That's why I ain't smoking anything yet, and picked this up at McCranny's last Friday. Yeah, last Friday. I went through Charlotte and stopped at the McCranny's by Lake Norman, and I decided it's time to crack it open. Anyone who doesn't know, this is one of the Lakeland blends. I believe it's one of the stronger ones. So the only Lakeland stuff I have had is Bob's Chocolate Flake, which is very light. So I'm interested to see how this one is, but I got something that'll hopefully allow me to open this a little easier this time. Didn't hear any air escaping, but let's see what this smells like. Smell tobacco. And some fruity notes. Very fruity. Let's see here. We've got a little card on top. If I remember, I think this is a flake cut, which, let me see if I can shed a little bit of light on this for you, give a little better idea what this looks like. Sorry, it's more of a spotlight, so it's not exactly the best, but it's a bit of a swirled up flake in here. It's not really a broken flake per se, but, and being as gay wick, it's probably going to be a little bit on the damp side, even though it feels kind of dry. But I'm going to pull out a flake, and I'm not a big fan of folding stuff myself. I haven't had the best luck smoking it that way, so I'm going to go ahead and break this up a little bit. And we're going to pack a pipe. We're not going to let it dry much. We're just going to try it straight out of the tin. Take another sniff of it once I break this up a little bit. Not bad. Not as strong of a smell as I thought it would be. And today I'm going to be smoking that in this Missouri Meerschaum 155th Cobb. Got a little metal plate on the bottom. I don't know how well that shows up in the light, but this is the 155th anniversary celebration pipe. And shout out to Smoke Snacks for throwing this in. Have not smoked it yet, but that's about to change. Pack it up with a little bit. Check the draw here. I have to get this jarred up once I get back home, because I heard these square tins aren't the best for sealing, but I'll be home in a couple of days. Should be fine. intrigued the kind of sharp bend right at the end. This it kind of hangs down when you clench. Not quite what I expected, but seems to work. Kind of getting like a Fruit Loops taste. Kind of interesting. Along with some of the Virginia flavors. Definitely not bad. But I can understand why someone might say it would ghost a pipe. Yeah, it's quite tasty. Yeah, definitely not bad. Probably not for everybody, but I'm definitely going to enjoy it for sure. Man, it's funny because I'm not really a fan of Fruit Loops, but that flavor in here is very tasty. But also want to do little congrats to Carolina Rose. She's at 890 or so subscribers and is doing a giveaway. And she was asking us about our favorite pet. And I am a cat person. I love cats. I know they're little devils. But they're lovable little devils, at least in my eyes. And it's hard to pick a favorite. But my favorite cat, I think, was the one we had growing up. I mean, I've had 6 cats that have been around quite regularly between mine, the ones that my wife and I have now, and the ones that we had when we first met. And they all have their unique qualities and whatnot, but the one we had growing up was, we had named it El Gato. And we later learned it should have been La Gata, because we had had the wrong pronoun with the gender of the animal, but it was a female cat, indoor, outdoor. She lived to be, gosh, 19, 20 years old, I think it was. But the reason I loved her so much is because we had games we would play. And we had certain rules. For instance, it was a stool that if I would lay down next to it, she would come over and want to play, and I'd tap my hand on the top of it, and she'd lay on the side and claw at it. And if I used two hands, she'd run away. I was only allowed to use one hand. I could use left hand or right hand, but I couldn't use both at the same time. Similarly, if she got the claws out and started scratching, we were done. So despite her being a fierce predator, and she obtained a lot of her food from prey outside the house, she learned when she was playing with me not to scratch. But I absolutely love that cats, they train you just as much as you train them, probably more than you train them for the most part. But that's not to say I dislike dogs. This cigar lounge has a dog that runs the place. Not here right now because the owner's not here. They left around 4 o'clock. But when I came in, I can't remember the name of the dog off the top of my head, but the dog came up to me and wanted to say hi. So, gave it some loving, just like I did the other day when I was here. I will love on your dog as long as it does not jump on me. And it's not crazy about licking and slobbering all over me. And as long as you don't make me take it home and play with it. Otherwise, I will love on your dog all day long. Man, this Virginia in here is really good. I don't remember what other tobaccos are in here. Burley, okay. Virginia, Burley, and sun-cured tobaccos with flavors of almond, vanilla, and fruit. And the Burley definitely adds a hint of nuttiness to it. And probably the almond flavors as well. I'm not going to say y'all should run out and grab a tin of this just to try it, but if you run across it and want to try it, if you run across me somewhere and I happen to have it with me, then definitely let you have a little bit. And Carolina Rose had a part 2 asking if we smoke cigars. And I've mentioned before, I believe, in a video about my smoking journey that I smoke cigars for occasionally, like every couple of months, for about the first 20 years, 20 years before I picked up a pipe. But I picked up a cigar today at this shop that I'm going to enjoy now. It's made by Drew Estate. It's a Tayback, and it's coffee flavored. Let me see if I can shine a little light on here. See, I might be able to see it a little bit better. Maybe not, I don't know. It's a Tayback, and then this is the Negra version. They also make a Dolce lighter version with like a Cameroon wrapper. But these they have some hints of coffee flavor to them. This one, I was told, is, when I first smoked it, was more of like a espresso flavor, whereas the other ones are more like a cappuccino. And today I've got a Zycar torch, and it has a flip out punch on the bottom, which I really like, so I'm just going to do a punch cut in the bottom of this in the cap. like this lighter because it's kind of a all-in-one. I do enjoy a V-cut as well, but makes a nice little, let's see here, where are we at? Hopefully you can see it makes a nice little hole in the end there. Toast the foot a little bit. The end of these are not always cut perfectly. They kind of have some strands hanging off and whatnot, but it makes them easy to light because they're not perfectly even. But nice sweet tasting cigar. So this is probably my favorite. It's kind of a lighter cigar. It's something that even someone who's only had an occasional cigar can pick up and enjoy, and they offer them a variety of different sizes. I also enjoy some stronger ones. La Flor Dominica or LFD Double Legeros are high on my list, and then also love some the Arturo Fuente Hemingways. The short story is a great short little smoke. It's a figurado. I think it only goes up to about a 42 or 46 ring gauge, but the end is quite small, so it's easy to light, and maybe like a 30-minute smoke. Has some good flavors in it and whatnot. So, but anywho, I'm gonna enjoy my cigar. I got some books to read. Finished working for the day a little bit ago while I was here, but I'm gonna enjoy my evening, enjoy the cigar, finish up the Ennerdale. And I want to encourage each and every one of you to be a better person today than you were yesterday, and to be a better person tomorrow than you were today. Smoking Fred, out.